President Trump walks onto the field. No announcement, no spectacle, just presence, and in that instant the entire stadium shifts. This is not a game entrance. This is a signal, a deliberate, calculated move that lands straight in the center of American power, loyalty, and identity. What you are seeing is not sports. It is politics without a podium, influence without a speech, authority without a microphone, and it matters more than it looks. Stay here. Subscribe now. Do not blink, because this moment explains where power is moving, who it is speaking to, and who is being left behind. This is the Army-Navy game. 126 years of ritual, discipline, and legacy. Cadets who will become officers, families who carry generations of service, traditions that do not bend to trends. This field is not neutral ground. It is sacred ground, and when Donald Trump steps onto it, he is not a guest. He is making a claim. This is not nostalgia. This is strategy. Trump does not walk into random rooms. He walks into rooms that mean something. And this room, this field, is one of the few remaining spaces in America where hierarchy, sacrifice, and command are not controversial words, where structure is not apologized for, where authority is not softened. That is the audience. That is the message. Look at the timing. The country is fractured, institutions are questioned, loyalty is selective, trust is thin, and here, in front of future military leaders, Trump places himself physically inside the symbol of national order, not above it, not behind it, inside it. That is intentional. No speech is needed because the image does the work. Cameras capture uniforms, salutes, controlled movement, and then Trump. The contrast is the point. He is not blending in. He is aligning. This is the difference between noise and signal. Other politicians chase viral moments. Trump engineers symbolic ones. He understands something most people miss. Power listens before it speaks, and the military culture listens differently than civilian culture. It watches behavior. It studies posture. It remembers who shows up without being asked. This appearance says, I recognize you. I respect your world. I am comfortable here. That message does not target the average viewer at home. It targets the spine of the system. The people trained to operate under pressure, follow chains of command, and think long-term, even if they disagree with him politically. The acknowledgement lands. This is why this moment hits harder than a rally. There is no cheering crowd demanding lines. No script, no applause sign. Just discipline and eyes forward. And Trump steps into that silence knowing exactly what it communicates. Confidence without performance. Authority without explanation. For his supporters, this reinforces an image they already believe. Strength, order, patriotism without apology. For his critics, it creates discomfort because it is hard to dismiss. There is nothing chaotic here. Nothing reckless. Just calculated presence. And for undecided Americans, this plants a question that lingers. Who else can walk into this space and look like they belong? This is not about endorsement. The military remains officially neutral. This is about perception, about optics, about memory. Years from now, cadets will remember who stood on that field while they were there. That matters more than trending hashed. To Spactabs, Trump understands legacy psychology. He knows that institutions remember moments, not arguments. Photos outlive headlines. Images outlast debates. This is also a message to Washington. Two bureaucracies, two foreign observers. It says, my relationship with the idea of America is not abstract. It is physical. It is visible. It is rooted in tradition, not theory. There is another layer most commentary will miss. By choosing the Army-Navy game, Trump bypasses cultural filters. There is no partisan framing here. No cable panel to spin it in real time. The image travels raw, and raw images are dangerous to opponents because they resist reinterpretation. Notice what is not happening. There is no confrontation, no disruption, no protest stealing the frame. The moment remains clean, controlled. That cleanliness amplifies authority. This is also about contrast with the current political tone. While discourse feels unstable, this image feels solid. While language feels inflated, this moment feels grounded. Trump places himself where words are secondary. And that is why this is not accidental. That this appearance recalibrates the conversation without engaging in it. It shifts the lens from arguments to alignment, from policy debates to cultural anchors. If you are watching this and wondering why it feels heavier than it should, it is because it bypasses logic and goes straight to identity. And identity is the battlefield. Now, this is not about football. It is about who understands America's symbolic pressure points, who knows where to stand when the noise fades, who shows up where power quietly takes notes. Stay with this channel. Subscribe now, because this moment is not the end of the story. It is the opening move.